American household? Do you have a girl? You know that? Okay, I can find. Now I understand his face now. Why feel like that? So you guys, are you ready for the second communion?
Yes!
Yes. Give a round of applause. This is yes!
Thanks so much. Give it over to Mino. Fun-filled family, yeah. How many people have kids? A couple of you? And then your face didn't. I'm glad your kids didn't see your face. That's why I don't have kids, because that'd be my face. How old are your lovely children?
I've got 2 5s.
2 5s.
One of 8 and one of
1,
15.
8, 15. That's kind of fun. Yeah, that's a 7-year gap.
Yes.
All done with it and everything else, you know. He doesn't shit himself. My brother, I'm an uncle, so my 2 sisters, and my sister's 2 daughters, and my brother's 2 boys, and I got to witness what you people do, and it was not encouraging. Not at all encouraging. Kid was old enough to talk, but obviously not old enough to go to the bathroom by himself, which I think once you understand words, we should be able to talk that out, you know? And like, the kid was a good eater. Really good eater. Yeah, because he went like 3 times in a row. My brother never said a word. He was a soldier kid, you know what I mean? He actually went to the military school, so I guess they taught him how to, you know, clean up the shit. Just take the shit. That's the thing, you know? Also, I am an American, and you learn to take shit in America. If at all possible, to give people shit, because you've been taking it your whole goddamn life. Yeah, I'm from New Jersey. Anybody going to New Jersey? Have you been? Where'd you go to?
Near the
Bergen line? North?
Yeah,
North Jersey. We don't consider that Jersey. That's South New York. I'm from South Jersey. Yeah, we don't screw with that North. They're not. They're New Yorkers. A friend of mine actually had a license plate, S.J. Bourne, South Jersey born. Yeah, we don't screw with that stuff. A little tiny state, but we wanted to secede. Where are you from? You're the American?
Yeah, I live in Colorado.
Colorado. Yeah. Heard weird things. And Texas. Houston. Yeah. Anybody gone to Houston? Smart people. You guys go to like Kansas. Why do you go to Illinois? Idaho. I don't know where Idaho is. Sure as hell never been there. You know where Idaho is? No, exactly. If you go to America, go to New York or California. That's it. Everything else.
No, Atlanta.
Yeah, that's where you fly from New York
No.
to California via Atlanta.
That's
So
right.
that's true. Other than that,
Just to see the homeless people.
well, you can see them in New York and California, trust me. We got them everywhere. We don't. The worst thing is, a lot of them have I have bad eyes, so I'm stuck with an iPhone 5 still because it works. It doesn't hurt my eyes. And I realize that homeless people have much better phones than me.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad. There's immigrants drowning in the channel. iPhone 8, damn it. Lucky sons of bitches. Yes, like I said, I'm American born, American geboren. It's interesting being here as an American, how to find it, which most Americans can't. Europe, another country, another place. I love the fact that if you really push an American to name a country, they'll come up with Africa, which is a heartwarming truth about where I was from. But I've been here 15 years now. I like living here. How many immigrants? Quiet people. How many Nederlanders? Even quieter people. Woo-hoo. I think it's great because the Dutch are sort of humble, you know what I mean? And coming from Americans, I don't know if you've noticed or not, we didn't used to be humble. Recently we learned a little humility for variously good reasons. Haven't learned any lessons. Haven't really become more humble. In fact, we're probably going to be more, damn it, that's fine. It's like when you become an alcoholic and you're like, you know what? I'm good with my alcoholism. Yeah, I understand. She needs her phone. It's not easy. It's not easy to lose your phone, especially if it's a good one. You lose your iPhone 5. Actually, it's even worse because they're hard to get. But like I said, living here, it's another cultural thing, you know, because the Dutch have a different concept of culture, you know. Where was the Turkish? You're the Turkish lady as well? Was that who's the Turkish? Well, you're the Turkish, but married to the American. Great, great. As a Greek, I always hear a Turkish person. You want to make sure you know where they are. It's like, you know, Russians and Ukrainians. It's a long thing. It's history thing, you know. But sorry, Turkai. Sorry, that's the new thing. It's like halal food. I think it's interesting to eat halal food. It's different because like the chickens are like turkeys. I'm sorry, Turkais. It's weird. But I mean, I go to the Turkish stores because they have, you know, Greek food. They don't know how to pronounce it in some cases, but it's the same food, you know. That's a nice thing about, you know, having guests over a couple hundred years. You learn to cook with them, you know, that's a nice thing. The problem, of course, is you never want to be colonized by somebody like the Dutch. It's 400 years later, bitterballen. Stammbud, nobody's bragging, you know. My grandmother still makes stammbud. I don't know why. It's like the French people with horses. Hey, you eat a horse once, save your life. You'll always think back on that day that, oh, the horse was pretty good. That's why Americans eat Subway. If you have $3 to your name, you want too much food, and you're like, I'm good. Because you know, when you're really hungry, eating Subway, yeah, you're not going to finish it. Have you had a Subway? Why? Have you had it twice? Oof. You must be Dutch. I had it once, and I realized that was a mistake. Never again. It's like voting for Trump. Yeah, I got my Dutch citizenship in January. Snoop in the Nederlander, yay! But America's like a bad girlfriend. She quite won't let me move out. I sent her a letter. I was like, look, it's it. I'm sorry. I found another country. You know, they're gezellig. You know, I was like, the hell's that mean? You know, showed me the gun. I was like, hey. So finally, she agreed. All right, you can move out, but it's going to take 8 to 12 months. Why? Because I'm America. It's horrible. It's true what she's saying. I do, yeah. And that's the one thing. I figured I wasn't going to vote this time around, but I can still vote for Trump. Hey, you see J.D. Vance? This guy's great. He's having sex with couches. If you haven't had sex with a couch, you're not J.D. Vance fan. Yeah. You know, they say politics will save the world, you know what I mean? But they don't realize that politics is actually, it's a Greek word. I don't know if you know this or not. It comes from poly, which means many, and ticks. Blood-sucking parasite that spreads diseases. The nice thing is if you go to America and you get a tick bite, don't go to the hospital. You know, they have a tick in the U.S. that makes you so you can't eat red meat. You know, they have it down in Texas. Of all the ironies of life in America that you get a tick bite, you can't eat red meat anymore as a Texan. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they deserve it. Well, I'm a Dutch person. I'm not going to say anything bad about anybody. You got to be gezellig, you know what I'm saying? My name was Socrates. You guys are great. Thanks so much for coming. Thanks for getting that.
Practice, yes, amazing. You guys will still have one comedian before the break, and yeah. Oh, you're going looking for your phone? Ready?
No.